and her child was cut up unto God and to his throne.
Right. And sit on the right hand side of the Father. That's after the crucifixion. Read on.
And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
Right, and that's talking about when we fled into the west coast of Africa. Hold that. Give me Matthew 24. Hold on, we're coming back to it. Just to prove that, because the Lord, the one ignorant, he called Jesus Christ, he gave us the warning. Right, when we're encompassed around with armies, right, flee. Give me Matthew 24, started on 15.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, who read it, let him understand.
Look at verse 16.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Right, but that's what we had to do, right? So we fled, right? In 70 AD, we fled our homeland. That's what he was prophesying about. He said, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, that was past. But that happened with the Greeks on the Antiochus, right? And then it happened again in the Roman Empire, where we was encamped around with armies. That happened in 70 AD, right? Read that again from 15.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 15. When he therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, who read it, let him understand.
Right, read on.
Then let them which is in Judea flee into the mountains.
Well, people fled out of Israel. Why? Because Rome encamped around us. They were coming in to kill us, right? That great slaughter we read about. Read on.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
Exactly. It's time to flee. Right, read on.
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
Go on, read on.
And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Read on.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
And that's what that is talking about. And guess what? The same thing is coming up again. The same thing is going to play out again. It happened in the time of Antiochus, the time of the Greeks. It happened in the time of Rome. And guess what? It is going to play out again in the near future. The same thing is going to play out again in the near future. All right? Now go back to Revelation, the 12th chapter. All right, verse 7, 12 and 7.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Right, and that's what we're coming up in. Hold that, but we're coming back to it. Go to Daniel 12 and 1.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at the time shall Michael stand up, the great priest, which standeth for the children of thy people.
That's what we just read in Revelations 12 and 7. Read on.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
And that's the time of trouble we're coming in now. Now I'll go back to Revelations 12 and 7. That's the time we're coming in now, right? That time of trouble, that great tribulation everybody's talking about. And there's going to be no pre-rapture tribulation. That ain't taking place. Read on.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels.
Exactly. And that's what's going to take place, right? All nations are going to get together to fight against the Lord. All right, you can read about that in Revelation the 17th chapter. But read on up.
And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Right, neither were their place found anymore in heaven. Right, and that dragon is talking about is the Roman Empire, right, which America is the modern day Roman Empire. And it's talking about the Edomites as a whole also. And to prove that, read that part again, 7, read from 7 again.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven.
God, there's going to be a war. Right, read on.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Right, the archangels are coming down to defend the elect of God's people. Right, to fight against these damn devils, these beasts, America and all the Edomites and the other nations. Read on.
And the dragon fought and his angels.
Right, read on.
And prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven.
Meaning they're not going to be in rulership anymore. Edomites are not going to be in rulership anymore. And to prove that, go to Isaiah 34. Hold that before we coming back with Isaiah 34. Start at 4. Matter of fact, start at 5. Isaiah 34 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5.
This is what we just read in Revelations. Read on.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Meaning it's going to saturate the heavens. Read on.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Who is Idumea? Edom, the Edomites. Right? So the Most High sword is going to bathe in heaven. Right? It's going to come down upon Idumea. Who's Idumea? The Edomites. Right? Read on.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Exactly, and that's what we read in Revelation, the 12th chapter. Now let's jump back to it. The Lord said his sword is going to bathe in heaven. It's going to come down upon Idumea, the Edomites. Revelations 12 and 7 again.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven.
That's what they're talking about. The Lord was going to bathe in heaven. Read on.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
Fought against the Roman Empire, the Edomites. Read on.
And the dragon fought and his angels.
Right, his military mights. Right, read on.
And prevailed not.
Right. And prevailed not, meaning he's not going to win. Read on.
Neither was the place found anymore in heaven.
Why weren't they place found anymore in heaven? We just read. Because the Lord said his sword is going to bathe in heaven. It's going to come down upon Idumea, the Edomites, the so-called white men, the people of his curse. Read on.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world.
How we deceive the world? By his philosophies, right? His democracy, his custom, right? They put up that false image of the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. He put up Caesar Borgia and have everybody bowing down to that, worshiping that, right? Read on.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Right, he was cast out to the earth, and his angel was cast out with him. Give me Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 and 12.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?
This is what the Most High said to the Edomites, right? How are you falling from heaven, meaning your rulership? How do you get kicked out of your power seat? Oh, Esau, read on.
Which thickened and weakened the nations.
Which weakened the nations, man. Read on.
For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Read on.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
And that's the so-called white man, right? That's why he put up his image as the image of Christ. The angels are in his image, understand? But that is nothing new. That's what he always wanted to do, right? Let me jump in that real quick. Hold that what you got, we're going to jump into it. This is 1 Maccabees, the 3rd chapter. All right, this is 1 Maccabees 3:48, it says. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 47, it says. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes, but that's our people, right? When we were invaded by the Greeks, right? In Antiochus, all right? So we were in mourning, but let's find out what else they did. Verse 48, it says, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. So you wonder why when you open the Bible today, you see the so-called white man in it? He tried that back then, right? He tried that back then, he didn't accomplish it, but he accomplished it now, right? When you open up the book, everything is the so-called white man. The angels are so-called white men. God and his son is so-called white people, right? But when you read the Bible, it tells you that they're dark skinned. But when you read in the book of Maccabees, it said they always wanted to paint their images in our book. All right, why? So they could be worshipped as God. All right, read on. Isaiah 14. Read, start at 14 again.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Yeah, read on.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Like I said, is this the man? To let you know it's a man. It says, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? Why? For the so-called white man, he will bomb you into the Stone Ages. He loved to say that. He got the military might to drop bombs and to shake nations, man, and kingdoms up. Read on.
That did shake kingdoms.
And did shake kingdoms. Understand what I'm saying? Read on.
That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. That opening not the house of the prisoners.
Exactly. They don't open the house of the prisoners, right? Because our people are still in bondage, right? Our people are literally locked up behind bars, man. Right? The majority of the people, they said we're the minority here, right? We're the minority here, but we make up the bulk of the prison population, right? Not only that, we're in mental bondage. Mental bondage that our people still can't get out of. You understand? But that's why we're here, right? To kind of take you out of that mental bondage, all right? Now go back to Revelation, the 12th chapter. Verse 9.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 9.
Have a good day.
All right, thank you.
And the great dragon